Hey everyone, Scott with Air Gunner Reviews. So if you only had a rifle, whether it to be a regular shotgun, a 22, or less lethal, which one would you choose? Would you choose a shotgun or a less lethal shotgun like the HDX 68, which has been modified? I think averagely it shoots around 25 joules or maybe a little better, somewhere around there. That's option number one for me. That's option number one. Option number two is my actual Henry Survival 22, which is semi-automatic. It has an 8-round clip to it, empty of course. Chamber's empty, safety's on. Anyhow, would you choose that? Or would you choose the TCR, the Byrna TCR, which averagely, being fully power fully up, I get an average of 20 joules, and that's using the long magazine. That's consistent power. Would you use this? Well, that depends. You may say you'd use the HDX 68 because you know it's a Umarex and it's a great less lethal, or possibly the 22. But let's look at the setup in the house to see which one would be more appropriate. This is my view. It may not be your view. I know what my house is, and I think that's what you have to consider when is what your house is and where the weak points are that somebody could grab you or take you down if there was somebody in your house. Now, of course, you would want to call the police. That goes without saying. But there are instances where maybe you have a cat and the cat may have knocked something down. You're in the upstairs and you hear a funky noise, but you're not too sure exactly what it is. And of course, if you hear a full breakdown or somebody smashing your window or something that really sounds serious, yes, you'd want to grab. Most likely for this would be my 22, and I'd wait upstairs and I'd make a phone call to 911 and wait for them. But in those circumstances that may be what you may feel is less of an emergency, that's what this situation is about, this scenario. Okay, so let's go and take a look at the downstairs. Okay, so as you come down the stairs, this is fine. And of course I can look over here. That's not an issue. But here is where the issue becomes when you're having a rifle. As I'm coming down here, I do this like in my perspective of trying to look around the corner to see. And then we're going to do it again with a rifle. Okay, so I can pretty much so see around here to see if there's somebody lurking right here. Now I have to come over this way. This one's a little harder of a jam. As I peek around, if there's somebody there, now I can see in here. Now my third spot, and they're all right in a row, is in the bathroom. Because as I come into the bathroom, I would have to come over here once I clear it, come over and make sure that there's nobody standing there. Okay, now we're going to practice that. We're going to see what this looks like with me coming down. Okay, just to orient you, this is the setup, okay? To my left, your right, this is the wall going to the hallway. You see this is the wall right here. To my right, your left, is the other room coming into here that I just showed you previously. And what you can't see right now is if I reach in, this is the wall to the bathroom. So let's take a look at what happens when I have a rifle in my hand. All right, so now I have the HDX 68 and I'm coming down. Now I know I would have to clear this wall first, glancing over fairly well that I can see what I'm doing. Now I got to come over to here, and this is where the issue is because I still can't quite see. Now at this point, the tip of my gun is already in view right here. If I come down and somebody rushes me right here, I'm done. Then the bathroom, this wall right here. This is another issue. If I get to this point and I can look and come over here, I'm fine. But then you have to figure, if somebody's here, I still have to bring this up. And this guy's pretty big. Somebody rushes me, there is no possible way I could get this up. And you know, you always think you can, but this going up and somebody coming at you, you have to have distance. So this is not a practical carry for me to be able to look over, because somebody can grab the end of the gun and it's over. We're gonna have a struggle. So let's take a look at the other two real quick. Okay, so this is my 22, and it is small, lightweight, and compact. And again, the goal here would be to come down, hugging this wall, clearing that's free, but I have to watch that corner. And again, coming over here, this is too much of a tight of a squeeze right here. And I have to worry about the bathroom, and I have to worry here. If either place somebody comes out, they are going to be able to grab the edge of my gun. And this is the weakest point, because you can't, you might be holding on here, but somebody can tip the scale very easily and pull it away or start to pull away. That's a struggle. So again, 22 is very good, but it may not help me. And this is the critical point of the house. Third gun. And now I've got my TCR, and this guy comes in really handy. Again, this is very short, and I love the fact that it's short. So again, I can come here, I can do a quick glance, and if there's somebody there, I can turn. I have a very short barrel. Then I can come over here very carefully, but also keep my eye on the bathroom. And my point of the barrel, the front of my barrel, is still not sticking out here. And I also have the grip right here. So if somebody does try to pull it away, it is going to become much harder since I have a full grip right here. So now I can look, and if somebody's there, boom, I can shoot. Once I know that that's clear, I can then step down and hug the wall and make sure there's nobody here. So in practicality, even though this may not have the power, the Byrna is better if you don't have a pistol. I believe the pistol would be my best option for this, but this shooting 20 joules consistently is pretty good. And again, I think for this application, a pistol is going to work out much better. But anyway, that's just a quick overview. You have to know your home and to know what you're going to be using in a self-defense situation, because not every house is set up the right way. So if you're considering using just getting a self-defense less lethal rifle and say, oh, there's my protection, it may not work out for you unless they're in a good long hallway or someplace where you can identify them from a distance. In my house, it is very hard. 3 points right here, very difficult to see. So anyhow, that's my segment for today. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.